Number 5. Bears don't actually hibernate, and scientists are losing their minds over this. Every school textbook, every nature documentary, every person who's ever acted smart at a dinner party, all of them told you bears hibernate in winter. They lied to you. What bears do is called torpor, and it is completely different. True hibernation means your body temperature drops almost to freezing, your heart rate crashes to near zero, and you're basically unconscious for months. Small animals like ground squirrels do this. Bears? Bears drop their body temperature by only 4 to 5 degrees. Their heart rate slows from 40 beats per minute to about 8, but they remain partially conscious. They can wake up, they can react to threats. A mother bear in torpor will give birth, nurse her cubs, and respond to danger, all while technically sleeping. Here's the part that's making scientists genuinely obsessed: bears do not eat, drink, or go to the bathroom for up to 7 months, and yet they lose almost zero muscle mass. In a human, that level of inactivity would cause catastrophic muscle loss and organ failure within weeks. Researchers are actively studying bear biology to understand how to prevent muscle atrophy in bedridden patients and astronauts on long space missions. The bear figured out something we haven't, and it did it without a single research grant. Okay, that was impressive. Number 4 is where it gets personal. Number 4, bears can smell you from 20 miles away. Yes, miles. A dog's sense of smell is about 100 times stronger than a human's. You already knew that. What you probably didn't know is that a bear's sense of smell is 7 times stronger than a dog's. 7 times. That means a bear can detect a scent from over 20 miles away. It can smell food through multiple layers of sealed packaging. It can track a scent that is days old. It can smell the lingering trace of a human who walked through an area 14 hours ago and determine the direction they were traveling. The part of a bear's brain dedicated to processing smell is 5 times larger than the equivalent region in your brain, even though bears have smaller brains overall. Wildlife rangers in Yellowstone have documented bears smelling food inside car trunks, breaking into vehicles not because they saw food, but because they detected calories through the metal and glass from a distance. So the next time you think you're quietly observing a bear from a safe distance in the woods, there is a very real chance it has known you were there since before you parked your car. But wait. Number 3 is where bears go from impressive to genuinely unsettling. Number 3. Bears are disturbingly smart, problem-solving, tool-using, memory-having smart. People underestimate bear intelligence at a truly embarrassing level. Bears have been documented using tools. A wild black bear in a research study was observed using a rock to scratch its own face, selecting it, using it deliberately, and then setting it down. Tool use in wild animals outside of primates is extremely rare. Their long-term memory is extraordinary. Bears can remember the exact location of a food source they visited once 3 years prior. They navigate back to specific berry patches, fishing spots, and campsites with a precision that researchers describe as map-like memory. Here's where it gets unsettling. Bears in North American national parks have been shown to actively study human behavior. They learn ranger patrol schedules. They identify which campsites get cleaned regularly and which ones don't. They have been observed waiting until a specific time of day to approach areas times that correspond with reduced human activity. They are not just reacting to their environment. They are analyzing it. One Yosemite researcher said something that has stayed with me. The bears aren't afraid of us because they've figured out that mostly we're just inconvenient. You thought that was wild? Number 2 will make you question everything. Number 2. Bears have killed more people than you think and almost never for the reason you think. Most people assume bear attacks are about territory or food. Surprise, the data says something far more disturbing. Studies analyzing fatal bear attacks in North America found that the majority of predatory attacks where a bear actively hunted and killed a human were carried out by bears that had been quietly watching and following the victim for a period of time before attacking. These weren't surprise encounters, these were calculated. The bear identified a target, monitored them, and chose a moment. Black bears, which most people consider the safe bear, are statistically responsible for more predatory attacks on humans than grizzlies. The reason is counterintuitive. Grizzlies attack mostly out of surprise or defense. Black bears, when they do attack, are more likely doing so because they decided to. Wildlife experts have one rule that separates the two scenarios completely. If a grizzly attacks play dead, it's likely defensive and will stop. If a black bear attacks, fight back with everything you have. Because if a black bear is coming at you with commitment, it is not confused or scared. It made a decision. All right? You've made it to number one. The one fact about bears that nobody talks about. The one that genuinely changes things. Number one, bears experience something terrifyingly close to human grief. This is the one. Bears have been documented grieving, not in a vague, behavioral sense, in a way that is deeply, uncomfortably recognizable. A mother bear who loses a cub has been observed carrying the body for days, returning to the location where the cub died repeatedly over weeks, showing behavioral signs of depression, reduced appetite, social withdrawal, decreased activity that mirror human grief responses almost exactly. In one documented case in a wildlife sanctuary, a bear who lost a long-term companion of 12 years stopped eating almost entirely for 3 weeks, lost significant weight, and spent extended periods sitting motionless near areas the two had shared. But here's the part that cuts deepest. Bears are largely solitary animals. They don't need companionship the way social animals do. They didn't evolve to require emotional bonds, and yet they form them anyway. Deep ones. Ones that hurt when they're broken. An animal with no evolutionary reason to feel loss, feeling it anyway. There's something in that which says more about the nature of emotion and consciousness than most philosophy. Books ever will. The bear on your kid's lunchbox isn't just a cute mascot. It's one of the most emotionally, intellectually, and biologically remarkable creatures that has ever shared this planet with us. Maybe it's time we started treating it like one. If this video made you see bears differently, made you slightly more paranoid about camping, hit subscribe. Because every week we go deeper into the animals, mysteries, and hidden truths that most channels are too lazy to dig up.